Kelly, thanks so much. And Mr. Ford, thank you for being with us. A lot of people referring to this test as the game changer in COVID-19 testing. Tell us about how you envision it being used to help with this pandemic.
Well, thanks, Meg, for having me on. I'd say right now, this is ultimately what Abbott was built for moments like these when society really depends on a company to come through with this kind of testing. We've put a considerable amount of investment here, both in technology and manufacturing. We now have 6 UAs across a variety of different testing types and testing formats. And Binax now is that latest effort. We started this project in about April. We put a team together of about 100 different scientists, supply chain experts, engineers, and really focused on 2 key guiding principles to make our decision making. First, we wanted a reliable test, but we wanted it to be easy to use and easy to deploy across so we could increase testing in society. And the second thing we really wanted to focus on was scale and manufacturing scale, and ensure that once we had the product and had it approved and ready to go, that we would be in a position to be able to supply the market with a lot of volume, a lot of scale. And I was really pleased on Wednesday when we got the approval, Wednesday evening when we got the approval, that we were really able to bring those 2 defining principles into the test.
So a lot of folks, hear a $5, 15-minute test that doesn't require an instrument, and they think, oh, this could help us, let people on airplanes, into sports stadiums, into restaurants. But it's authorized only for symptomatic people, right, in the first 7 days when they're feeling sick. So tell us about how that authorization really affects how this test could potentially be used.
So right now, as you pointed out, the label for the test is to do the test within 7 days of post-symptom onset, or together with a healthcare professional that might suspect that you've been exposed or have exposure for the test. So we are working on developing data for asymptomatic claims. So we're running our clinical trial, and we'll eventually have data to be able to support that. But in the meantime, we see it, being able to be deployed because it doesn't require an instrument like you stated. To be able to deploy, whether it's through the federal government, through the state governments, through schools, through employers, or even through retail clinics. We think that it's a great opportunity to be able to line up this volume through retail drive-through, retail clinics, and be able to kind of deploy the test that way.
And the number of tests you're planning on making is just huge, 50 million tests per month starting in October. Of course, also announced yesterday was a government purchase of 150 million of those tests for $760 million. Does that mean essentially all of your supply of these tests for at least the first 3 months is spoken for, or can other private purchasers also try to access them?
Well, we were working with the government, with the task force, and a few weeks ago we were aware that they were interested in making an acquisition once the product made its way through the EUA process. We received confirmation of that PO yesterday, as you referred to. Right now, our installed capacity is for 50 million tests. Obviously, we're not going to stop there. This was a good starting point. We decided to make a manufacturing investment back in May to start up 2 manufacturing sites here in the U.S. So that installed capacity will start to ramp up that installed capacity. And I expect to be able to get to that 50 million by the end of September, beginning of October. But parallel to that, we're also adding a new team to look at how we can ramp up for that capacity. And we know that 50 million tests, while it sounds like a lot, we know we need more.